Hello YouTube. So I today had quite a big session. It's the third session of the week. I do 4 sessions in a week at the moment because it's comp prep. One of them is an events day, so that's on Saturday. Going to be really cool because we're going to go to a proper strongman gym. There's a group of us, which is going to be exciting. But today was a big day. It was deadlift day. Now, the reason why it was such a big day is because it's the first time I've done conventional deadlift in, I think since January, because I had a comp prep for Paddy Haynes's Haynes Open, and that was a 12-inch axle deadlift. And then, unfortunately, although I missed it, I was doing a car deadlift, so we did trap bar because the trap bar is the closest thing that replicates because it was a neutral grip. So it's back to conventional. And I wasn't expecting much from the session because I'm still fighting off labyrinthitis. I've still got my gallbladder issues and stuff. So I was honestly expecting this session to be... So I spoke to my coach beforehand and said, look, this is what I'm thinking of doing. So I was thinking about doing 190 for reps because basically it was to be 2 sets. Top set of 6 to 8 reps, a bottom set of 8 to 10. 8 to 10, if I can push more, I can push more. So I warmed up basically. I did, this is going to sound mad. So I don't come from a powerlifting background. I'll be brutally honest. I come from a background of being somebody incredibly overweight. I started strongman about 5 years ago. And since then I've dropped loads of weight and worked really hard. So I don't come from a background of tons and tons of gym. I have done it over the years, but not tons and tons. So of course deadlifting to me is not natural. And the reason I say this is because I did a PB today, it was a warm-up PB, but it was 151 kilos. I know, 1 kilos, I'm sorry. 151 kilos strapless deadlift for 3. So that was pretty cool. I'm taking it. The actual session I did, so I hit 175 just as a warm-up and basically said, right, where do we go from there? I always like to push myself. I like to push past my limits, and I wanted to see where I was. I'm not going to do a 1 rep max. I haven't got a 1 rep max, to be brutally honest. The only 1 rep max I've got is a 12-inch deadlift from Paddy's comp, which was 220. It was a 20 kg PB because, to be honest, the training for it, training was really good, but the deadlift was the bit that suffered. So that's the only 1 rep max I know of right now. My 3 rep max on deadlift is 210 conventional. So I was a bit like, okay, I'm not feeling my best. My setup, as you'll see from the videos, it's not the greatest setup in the world. It's a little bit, rubber on gravel. So, you're not going to get to that point in the sort of like 4/5 rep where you're then going to be like, I'm going to push into the ground, push into the ground. It just doesn't happen. However, I went with 200 or 201. And actually, it moved well. I was really pleased. It moved really well. So I actually got 4 reps. The aim was 6, but I knew, to be honest, we're just gauging where I am right now. And actually there was a 5th, but because of my setup, unfortunately, when I rolled it backwards to go for the 5th, my foot went into like a little dip in the rubber. So it just didn't happen, but it's there. It's absolutely there. I then did another 2 at 190 because I'm a sucker for making sure I round my sets off. So I did 2 at 190, and then I did an 8 at 170, which is awesome because that's probably the most I've done at the biggest weight on conventional. So I'm really, really pleased at that. That felt hard. I'll be honest, it's the first time ever that I've gone, oh my God, I actually could pass out, purely because of how I feel at the moment. But next week, hopefully when this infection's gone, I've kicked it in the nuts, I will be back on track, so other than the gallbladder issues, I'll be totally back on track, so I won't have so much of an issue from that perspective. So really, really good session today. I had a couple of accessories at the end, won't go into too much detail, and I did the dreaded assault bike. I do cardio, like I'm not one of these people who doesn't, but we've swapped it around. We want to do a little bit more hardcore interval training so we can get more sessions of cardio in, because we all know that we're lazy with cardio. We sit on a bike or something for half an hour. Well, assault bike. I've just won an assault bike. I've just won a body power competition, and I've got an assault bike coming as well. So I'm going to start using it because in the end, 4 minutes, I burnt 45 calories today, 48 calories 2 days ago. And that's all I needed to do this week, but I'm now going to be able to increase it. So I did the assault bike, 4 minutes, interval training, 20 to 10. Fantastic. So what you're going to see is I've put in my 150, I put in my 175, I've then put in my top set of 201, top set technically is part of that as 190, and then of course my 170 for 8. Next week, hopefully, or at least in the coming weeks, I am going to have my own proper space. Currently, I train on my front drive because it's, well, I say front drive, my parents' front drive, because it's quite sizable. But we're going to convert the garage into a little gym for me. It's got enough space. It's, you know, it's not a small garage, it's quite a big garage, so it's going to be able to be converted into a proper space. I'm going to have everything set out. I'm going to have a platform. It's flat, if that's the main thing, so it's going to be much easier. So going forwards is going to be better. I do attend a gym, but it's a commercial gym, so they're not massively kitted. They do have an axle. Be honest, it's not the greatest axle in the world, but yeah, it's going to be good, going to be really good. Events training is going to be so much better. Anyway, I've done enough talking. Here's the video. If you've got any questions, any thoughts or anything like that, please do let me know. Say thank you very much if you have got this far and you're watching it. Again, if you did get this far, please comment Juggernaut and just let me know that you did get that far, because it's awesome to see if anyone does. Again, I'm not expecting a massive amount of traction. I'm not the most exciting person on the earth, and of course, you know, I'm not a big level strongman. The reason I want to do it is because actually, you know, again, I'm 39 years old. I've come from a background of unhealthy, unfit, overweight, so I'm not your standard, oh, you know, one day I've just gone from powerlifting to this and that. So I'm very much like that kind of, you know, sort of more standard background, and I want it to be that people can kind of watch these videos and go, actually, you know, we don't watch these videos and go, oh cool, it's such and such, and oh yeah, they're doing, you know, 300 kilo deadlift or 400 kilo deadlift. It's, I think it would be, what I'm aiming for is it would be nice, you know, to kind of have a little bit more to it from a sort of lower level perspective. I will do more in the coming weeks. Again, if you have any interest, please do comment, do like, do subscribe if you are interested. And yeah, that's it really. So enjoy the rest of your week, whatever you're doing. The next video I'll do is my events training, and then it'll be a new week. So yeah, awesome. Anyway, have a good one, enjoy, and I will see you soon.